Sláinte, everyone. We are here. It's Sunday. It's Irish Battle Day. What are you drinking? Let me know in chat. I am having some 3 swallows. Please like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Let's see who we got here so far. Cheers, 5 Fingers. It is good to see you. Cheers, DJ Beacon. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my guest. So first guest is actually my scorekeeper for the night, and that is Kelsey Diamond. Thank you so much.
What's up, everybody? It's good to be here. Thanks for letting me come along and actually watch the damage. It's fun.
Oh,
it's kind of like going to a race car event. You go to watch the cars crash. So we'll see how it goes.
This is my payback for every bourbon blend I ever did.
There you go.
Cheers, Richie Z. Richie Z jumped in here. I think my chat's just now catching up. Sorry, guys, if my Wi-Fi is a little glitchy. There's a lot going on here. I'm in the basement. Cheers, Sugar Kitty. It's good to see you. Cheers, Scott. 5th quarter tailgate. Mr. Eric Gunderson. It's good to see you. Cheers, Doug H. We got Z-Man.
What's up, Z-Man?
Sláinte, Z-Man. Taste and Sensibility is good to see you. Cheers, John Matlick. All right, I'm going to bring in our 2 competitors. Feel like I should be playing that music. Let's get ready to rumble. So first we have Mr. Jeffrey Wack.
Let's get ready to rumble.
And in the next corner, Adam, Mr. Whisky Shitz from Livewire Whiskey.
Let's go. Excited. What's up, everyone?
Cheers to both you guys. Thank you guys both for volunteering.
Oh, absolutely.
I think, Adam, in your case, it's probably voluntold. I think I told you you were going to do it, but
this is happening.
So there's 2 reasons I started doing this. One, it's just fun. I love watching you guys do the bourbon. You guys know bourbon inside and out. So this is just for fun. The other reason is I love sharing Irish whiskey. Get everybody a chance to try some whiskey they might never have tried before. Cheers, Independent Joe.
What's up, Joe?
Joe.
So Chelsea's going to score for us tonight. Let me know if you have your 5 samples open.
Got them open and poured.
I got them open and poured, and I must say, Adam, does the color of A look much different than the color of the other ones? The color of number 1?
Yeah, I didn't really notice. I noticed.
Do you see that?
5 was.
It's got like a rosé hue to it almost. I'm so intrigued just off the color. Just poured those out.
Yeah, I noticed 5 was super light. But no, we're diving in. Like we're not Irish. We're not as deep into Irish as Stacy, but it's going to be a learning experience and probably look a little foolish, but let's do it.
So, Stacy, I have a question for you right off the bat. Now, sure. I don't want to head off any multiple choice questions, but this is something that I was curious on, and I resisted the urge of looking it up myself because I was like, I can just ask Stacy on the stream. Mm-hmm. When it comes to Irish whiskey, are there different regions that are distinct, just like Scotch?
No. There are different types.
Okay, types.
And one of the questions, and the type is based on the mash bill and how it's distilled. And one of the questions, you're going to have to identify the type.
Okay.
It's the difference between, a Bushmills and a Redbreast. You're talking Irish single pot still versus Irish single malt. So different ingredients and different distillation practices. And that's what makes them taste different. Well, one of the reasons they taste different. There's lots of reasons. A lot of variety in Irish whiskey.
What's interesting to me, at least I think if I remember correctly, there's one particular brand that makes several Irish whiskeys. Correct?
Yes. I mean, one distillery.
Yes, one distillery per se.
Irish Distillers in County Cork produces the whiskey that I'm having tonight, which is Power's 3 Swallows. They make Redbreast, they make Jameson, they make Powers. They make, there's a couple other, I think it's Clontarf. It's one of the other, there's some smaller brands they make too.
They make the spots?
They do make the spots. Yep, they make all the spots. And for a very long time, they were one of the only distilleries on the whole island. There was a time where it was Cooley, and it was Bushmills, and it was IDL, which is Middleton. They make Middleton.
Yep.
For a long time, that was it. Now there's over 40 operating distilleries in Ireland. And if you count distillery licenses and the whiskey bonders who just do the blending, they're over 70.
Wow.
Massive, massive amount. Let's see who else we have in here. I saw Christine Vasco in here jump in with the answer to the 3 types of Irish whiskey: good, tasty, and delicious. I like that answer. And there's the other Vasco. Cheers, Mark.
Cheers, Vascos.
Mr. Jiggs. Cheers to you, Mr. Jiggs. Mike Meyer. Yeah, JG. I don't know if I said JG. JG's in here. Make sure I caught it.
Shane.
What's up, buddy?
And Mr. Jiggs says, yep, give me all the spots.
I do love the spots.
Man, these are flavorful, by the way. My room is being like taken over by these pours. I'm trying not to cheat, but I'm smelling it as it is.
Well, let's go ahead and get started in the nosing round then.
Okay.
So the first round is going to be the nosing round.
Okay.
Let's see if this works. This will be the first time I've ever tried sharing screen, so if it doesn't work, sorry about that. So question 1, you know what? We need to decide how are we going to get Kelsey the answers. You have Kelsey's number. That just occurred to me.
Shitz, you have my number, don't you?
Yeah, I got your number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
just
So
text me.
Text Kelsey.
So are we going one at a time?
Go one at a time. So this is going to be the one round we're going to go through them all because we're just nosing all of them. And then I'm going to add this. It looks like I got a co-host here, Mr. Stalsey.
Hey, Mike.
So what is the whiskey?
I couldn't let Adam be here alone, like getting beat up by this other channel.
I feel like it's 3-on-1.
Yeah, Kelsey was already rooting for me before we went live.
But let's go, Wack. No.
Mr. Jiggs, Quail's Gate is already here. So look up OHLQ and check with your local stores. It actually arrived a couple weeks ago.
Okay, so I'm just sending the answer for 1 right now, right?
So you can send them one at a time, but send them for all 5.
Oh, all 5. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's what I was worried about, that I had to guess number 1 before I even got to smell the other ones. So. Okay.
No, we'll get the smelling out of the way first.
Okay. And is it correct to assume that these are exclusive? So 1 cask per 1 pour, or could they double up?
They could double up.
Hard. Okay.
Very different.
It's a freaking choice. I can't make it that easy.
Just wondering. Kelsey knows me. I'm always prodding the fence to see what I can get away with.
Like I said, you got to watch him. I'm glad I'm keeping score, not him.
Cheers. Congratulations, OH. You're over in Ireland right now.
Cheers, OH.
Cheers.
Congrats,
OH.
buddy. He's in the motherland right now, drinking some good whiskey.
He's been
When's
posting
the
for
big day? Did it already happen? I didn't see if it already happened.
Not yet. I think it's the 3rd, if I had it right in my head.
Sorry, I'm just doing these one at a time. I already have what I thought figured out. It's
all good, man. I got you.
Man.
Oh, wait.
Oh, these are all so different.
They're all very different. Yeah. There's a lot of Irish whiskey that I'm like, man, I wish Bath and Body Works would turn that into a candle.
Ooh.
I'm going to switch to my phone, Kelsey, and I'm going to redo those.
Okay.
So I'll just send it all in one text.
Are you changing any of the answers?
Yes. Just
Okay. I'll wait then.
Cheers, Richie. God, I love Irish.
Oh man, this
No
is
Mad
fun.
Dog 2020.
This is why I say we have needed Stacy
Oh,
for so long in the whiskey tube community.
Well, you're about to get some good ones. So,
well, I was gonna pop the one that you sent me, or not pop it because it's already popped, but crack that one. But I was like, I don't know that I want to start at 4 o'clock with peat.
Yeah, that one's got a pretty good peat and cast strength, so that one will blow your palate up for a while.
So I did my other favorite Irish, which is John's Lane.
It just feels like a Powers night. I went with the 3 swallows instead.
You know what is
so
this?
Mike won my first Patreon giveaway. So he is getting samples of Redbreast 27 batch 2. He's getting Middleton Very Rare 2020, which was the last year Brian Nation was there before he left for O'Shaughnessy. What the heck else is in there? The 21-year-old Dunville's single malt Palo Cortado that won Irish Whiskey of the Year at the Irish Whiskey Awards last year. And then you'd already tried the other one. So I'm going to send you that Bushmills 2013. It's a Duro cask, and it was released for the Australian market.
Oh, yes. I'm very excited. Thank you so much.
Well, no, thank you for supporting.
I have to. We need you.
Hey, cheers, Dustin.
What's up, Dustin?
Hey, happy early birthday, Richie Z.
Oh, Richie Z birthday's coming up.
That's right. Is it tomorrow that Richie Z was his 31st? Can't remember.
Is he 30? He looks like he's 20 something.
No, I'm saying July 31st. I think was his birthday.
Yeah, 31st is tomorrow.
Yeah.
These are tough. I will say Shiraz is not something I don't think I've ever.
You've never had a Shiraz wine?
Tried Shiraz.
There's a lot of stuff that I'm like, I don't know that I've had that, but a lot of Irish whiskey distillers will be like, yeah, let's try it, see if it works.
Which is
so
cool. Like that.
Method Madness.
There's a lot of like small wineries around here that are making Shiraz now, right? Like some of the smaller wineries in general. I think I had a Shiraz when I was in Idaho last weekend at Michelle's winery.
Dustin.
The first one I had was from when I visited Australia. They were really big over there.
That's where I've seen it, is Australia, yeah.
So it is it's very light, fruity. That's one of the ones that I really liked. I'm
just not going if they're gonna serve fucking Merlot. Oh, excuse my language.
That's such a great movie.
It was great. That was the winery, the like owner of the winery, Chuck, I think was his name, that was on Women of Whiskeys last week. I got to meet him in person, and he was like, that one movie that like single-handedly ruined Merlot.
Even like 22 years later, still.
Yeah, that's right.
Can't believe it's been 22 years since that movie came out.
Just blowing you up.
Jeff's answers in. Okay, Adam just sent me his.
So let me know when all the answers are in.
Woo.
I am locked.
I like Adam's instead of ice wine. He put Ive wine. So
I corrected it twice because it auto-corrected.
I do that shit all the time, bro. I'm like trying to text my wife in the car via voice, and it changes it to all kinds of weird shit.
Christine, yes, that the little yipping in the background that she's now crashed is the puppy.
That picture's cracking me up too, because that's going to be Christine on Saturday. I'll be right there with her.
I'm so bummed I'm missing that, but we have the Dublin Irish Festival. So.
Really sick invite, Stacy.
Dublin, Ohio.
Oh,
yeah.
I still would have gone.
Nearly
If
as
I would have
glamorous.
known. Probably not.
It's fun, but we'll be working the whole weekend. Okay.
Everything's in. I'm just scoring it.
Hey, that means we scored points, Adam. If
Yeah,
we're scoring it, we scored points.
That's when we hit something.
One did better than the other. I'll just say that.
So I'll give you guys the choice for the tasting round. Do you want to do them one question at a time and do that all the way through, or do you want to focus on one sample at a time and do all the questions for that sample?
I think one sample. What do you think, Jeff?
I think one sample. These are so unique.
Yeah.
Just off the smell.
Okay, so we'll do the same questions. We'll go through. Okay.
I just want you guys to know
Cheers,
I used to be a trainer, and the most common answer in all tests is C. It's the most used answer.
What's interesting is that I won't say that yet. Never mind. I can't say that yet.
So I don't know any of the answers, Adam, but just remember that.
Oh, hey, John, you used to live in Dublin.
Based on Kelsey's reaction, they're all
Irish
Shiraz finish. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go on for sample 1. What type of Irish whiskey is this? And you can taste. This is based on taste. So single malt, single pot still, single grain, or blended.
Cheers, Adam.
Tell us again, Stacy, as they're tasting through, the difference between single pot still, single malt, and blended.
Single pot still is done. It can be up to, it can have no more than 5% of anything other than barley or malted barley. It's done in a pot still. Single malt is going to be 100% malted barley. That's usually done in column still. Single grain is grain from one single distillery. Typically, those are corn, wheat. That's typically what it is. It can have a little barley in it. Blended is a mishmash of all of it. It can be a combination of 2 or more of those.
So it wouldn't matter how many distillations it's been through. It's just the matter of the grain and which kind of distillation it went through.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Donald. Oats as well. Yeah. Single grain can be oats as well. Yeah. Distillation really doesn't matter that much. Typically, single pot still whiskey is triple distilled. But single malt, I've got several that are double distilled.
Well, I know that some, at least the ones that I've seen in Middleton usually says triple distilled or something like that on most of their stuff. So that's why I asked that.
They're the kind of the reason that whole misnomer happened, that they kept advertising Jameson is smooth because it's triple distilled. And that was a big thing for the 70s. And that's actually doesn't really have that much to do with it. A lot of double distillation is really starting to take off. Yeah, Donald's right. According to the technical file, it has to be double or triple. They're starting to get away from triple. You're seeing a lot more, especially malt in Ireland, that's double distilled.
I got a question for Donald, because this one bothered me the other day. If you're going by the strict definition of what Scotch is, and I know this isn't an Irish question, but it is a Yoda question. So if you're saying that this is a Scotch, but it has blended grains, if corn is a part of that grain mash bill, can it still be called Scotch?
I don't think
the hedonism is still
that's a good Donald
still
question.
haunting him.
I don't have the technical file for Scotch.
Irish, yes, it can.
Oh, Dustin's in chat. He said yes, it can.
Yes, it's still Scotch, just single grain Scotch.
But if it had a blended grains and one of those grains was corn, is what I'm asking.
What if it was corn malt? Malted corn, whatever.
Okay. That's
no one's giving Kelsey the answer he wants.
Well, because that's not what I read according to the Scotch. What defines Scotch? So
Dustin and Yoda are both saying it's a blended Scotch.
Okay.
Blended green Scotch.
All right, my answer's in.
Gotcha.
Mine
okay,
too.
You got your answer in for this one?
Yep.
Okay. So the next question, what is the ABV of this whiskey? You get 3 points for the correct answer, 2 points within 3 ABV, 1 point within 5.
Okay.
And so do you want me to change this to proof, or do you want me to have them do ABV as you stated?
ABV.
Do ABV because that is
Okay.
Ireland.
Yeah,
The only, I think, honestly, the only reason proof's on a bottle of Irish whiskey is for Americans.
Gotcha.
It's tough.
Trust me, if I'm on your show, I'm going to be sitting here with a calculator, or you're going to get everything in ABV. Because I'm like, I don't know what's that times 2.
Although it does now say proof on a lot of bottles.
Yeah, they put proof on there, but like
Yeah.
I said, I don't know if that's actually a requirement if they're just doing it for Americans.
Probably.
Americans always coming up with their own metrics on things, you know?
For the record, we're a pretty big deal.
I almost sent him proof
Yeah.
instead of ABV.
It is
So, Calvin, you get some
103%
ridiculously high
alcohol.
answer just
I'm
divide
such a
by 2.
burden.
I got them all in. We're good to
Okay.
go.
Next question. Actually, I think this is the one. Yep, you do not get a question on this. So this is going to be the oddball question. What is the age of this whiskey? But you're only going to be guessing this for sample 2, 3, and 4 because samples 1 and 5 are non-age statements. So this is a freebie.
All right. We scored points, Adam.
Dude,
Okay.
John's Lane is 12 year. That's pretty good. Maybe that's why I like it.
Yeah.
So there you go. So what brand of whiskey is this? So just like American whiskey, Irish
Dingle.
whiskey brands have a DNA. They're kind of recognizable. Jarrell says he wish he could hop on, but it's a madhouse where I am right now.
So one of these
Oh, sorry,
brands
Jarrell. I
on
appreciate you
screen,
dropping in.
one of these brands could be in multiple samples, or is each of these samples one of these brands?
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, Adam wants to guess the same one 5 times.
I almost had you, Stacy.
This doesn't mean anything, but I've only heard of 2 of the 5 of these.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like,
Just
is that even a
FYI.
whiskey? Do I gotta Google this before I? They're all Irish whiskeys, correct?
They are all Irish whiskeys. Yeah.
Dunvilles. I've never heard of, and I think Dingle is probably my favorite name. Might have to buy a bottle of that.
That's
Dingle.
just because they named it after you, dude.
Yep.
I do want to guess Dingle.
Dingle's my middle name.
And Short is his first name.
Cheers, William.
Cheers, Reynolds.
Okay. I agree, Dustin. So many 100 proof bottles were not 50%. It's just proof is weird.
Thank God Stacy introduced me to cask strength Irish whiskey. That's all I'm
Are you
gonna
saying
say.
are you saying that out of a definition or out of something in Ireland specifically or Scotland specifically? Or I thought like the rule was twice ABV is proof.
From what I've been told, yeah, a lot of proof isn't really 100%. It's not ABV times 2. Like ABV is far more accurate. Again, that gets so far down the technical rabbit hole. I'm guessing probably Donald or Dustin might be able to answer better. But from what I've heard, ABV is far more accurate. In Ireland, they record it as ABV. Hey, cheers, Isaiah. All right.
We've got everybody's answer in.
Okay. So, yep, that's it. Number 2. So sample 2. What type of Irish whiskey is this?
Didn't we answer that one?
You're
Yeah,
going to
we're on
answer
to
for every
the
single
next
sample.
sample now.
On to the sample 2, though.
Oh, on to sample
Yeah.
2. Gotcha.
Sample 2.
Cheers, Jeff.
Cheers, buddy.
Oh, that's smart. Cleanse the
There you
palate.
go. See, I knew Donald would have. If you're looking for a technical answer, Donald will have it.
Oh, I gotcha. 105 proof was 60% ABV.
Mhm.
So there were 2 different measures for proof, imperial and standard.
Well, that complicates things.
That does complicate things.
I just like how we simplified everything.
We had to dumb it down, is what he's saying.
Yeah, the US dumbed
Yeah,
everything
that's
down. Like
exactly what he's saying.
I'm just saying, like 5,280 feet makes way more sense than 1,000 meters in a kilometer. Like we simplify everything. Just it makes more sense. That was sarcasm.
Cheers, Saucy.
Stall logic.
Stall logic.
I really think it makes more sense that 212 degrees is boiling compared to 100 degrees. Like, come on.
I'm with you, Mark. I still, even on bourbon, I say ABV. All right, we ready to move on to the next question?
Yep, I got it all.
I'm in.
ABV of sample number 2.
Oh, there's Nimrod Nick.
Zeros are really easy to add up.
Dude, they're so quick, right?
You don't even need your fingers. It's great.
Ooh.
Cheers, Nick Proven.
So,
Hey,
how are you
cheers,
feeling,
Edward.
Wack? Are you feeling good about this right now?
My taste buds are feeling really good. My ego and confidence are somewhere in between.
Right.
Adam's been texting me like, "This is so easy."
Yeah, right.
He's been training for this.
Yeah.
Hey, cheers, Kathy.
I didn't even have an Irish whiskey to use as a control whiskey tonight. So I have no control.
I didn't have a Irish whiskey to use as a control whiskey either.
Might give him that.
I love that you guys are actually like looking in the Irish whiskey aisles now. That is
We are.
absolutely
it's
do.
so awesome.
I wish
Yeah, I
that
mean,
we had an Irish whiskey aisle. I've got like an Irish whiskey, like 2 little shells.
Call them.
Yeah, it's not
Hey,
the
Troy.
greatest
Cheers.
selection.
I mean, I'm sure tonight's going to put more brands on my radar, but the Killowen and the 2 Stacks are all because of you, Stacy, so far.
Oh yeah, those are killer.
Oh,
Love that
and
stuff.
then the
Cheers, Brian. Cheers from Jamaica.
There are 42 people watching and only 30 likes.
Come on,
Hit
people,
that thumbs
hit the
up.
like button.
this is probably the most.
Oh, Clonical tea.
Yeah,
I
This is
love
from the
them.
Whiskey,
I love
the
that.
whiskey mentors.
I love that they do single casts in the U.S. They're one of the few that them and Teeling are the 2 big ones.
Those have been some of my favorites from Irene Tan's store.
Yeah, exactly.
That one,
That's
and
that
then
Arkansas collectively gets 37 bottles of Irish whiskey.
Yeah. That's
it's
That's,
the other one that I've really been impressed with, at least from the single malt side of things. It's not necessarily an Irish thing. Is outside of the U.S. was Starward.
Oh yeah, the
single
Australian.
malt.
Cheers, Cool Running. One of my favorite people from Ireland. They just, not far from Cool Running, they just wrapped up Belfast Whiskey Week yesterday.
Cool Runnings from Ireland?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I thought he was from Jamaica.
No.
Might be assumption.
Donald
the
loves the
movie.
Clonical tea single grain. That one at their core range. It's between that one and the Gallyhead single malt. Little Rock. Yeah, cheers, Trev. Thank you for
What's up, Trev?
putting it in.
You know what I am excited about is I only poured about half these samples out to go through the blind. I want to know what they are and then go back through them later on, and just know what I'm drinking and then be able to cement that into my brain what that is.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this one you are going to be guessing the age.
All right.
God, John's Lane is so good.
Everything from Powers is great. My favorite's the one they discontinued, the Power Signature.
If it's so good, why did they discontinue it?
So,
I wish they
Can't
would bring
trust
it back.
Powers.
question:
Mm-hmm.
how's the points work on age?
Same thing
Just
as
whoever's
same thing.
closest.
Same thing that we do for a proof, Jeff.
Yeah.
So 3 points for if you nail it, 2 points within 3 years, 2 point or 1 point for within 5 years.
Okay.
what he said.
All right. I think I'm all right with my guess then.
I'm just saying, you better really guess the age because you know she got a 27-year something. That's not within 5 years of John's power.
Yeah, I mean,
Lane's
Donald,
power.
though I wish they would bring it back because people are spending more on Irish whiskey now. I just wish they would bring it back. If you see an old school bottle of Powers with a green label and a green box, snap that up.
I just started seeing Powers.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, then again, I was only just started looking for Powers like 9 months ago. How long has your channel been around, Stacy?
I just crossed the 1 year mark.
So it was like a year ago I started
it's a year ago.
looking for Powers.
Everybody's got their answers in. If you want to move on to the next question.
Happy anniversary 1 year, though, by the way, Stacy.
Oh, thank you. I know. I can't believe I've been doing this for a year now.
Rule 1 isn't being followed here. I'm twitching. Which rule is that?
I'm not sure. Wait, that was the Donald. I don't know. I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, Donald, fill us in.
Oh,
buddy.
thank you, Brian. Yeah, I'm 17 away from 600.
Okay, I'm going to go through my other logins and make sure you're there.
Oh, Donald, right there is the reason I might have to do a road trip to Alberta. I would love to find some more of that signature. The big two Irish whiskeys that are discontinued that if you ever come across, just get them. And that's Power Signature and Tullamore Dew Phoenix. They were both discontinued. They're both right about $60, and they're both freaking phenomenal.
Okay. Everybody's got their answers in?
Okay. Sample 3.
All right.
What type of Irish whiskey is this?
Delicious. Why isn't delicious an answer?
Well, I think that's already implied.
But that was a type that Christine said. Totally right.
Oh, Stacy does not believe in the Powers rules, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Because I'm of the opinion that if you don't mention something and nobody buys it, nobody knows to buy it, it will disappear from the shelf forever. They just will, they'll either stop making it or they'll sell it off to somebody who won't give it the attention it deserves.
And I also think like John's Lane, for example, is like a drinker, not a collector. So, you know, it's not so expensive that people wouldn't want to drink it anyway. So it's not, it's not just not.
Well, and honestly, Irish distillers, they're going to do what they want to do. If they want to increase the price, they're going to increase the price. It doesn't matter what we do. They've done it so many times with the spots this year. I've had the 46% Jameson 18. It's really, really good, but you're right. I mean, I don't know. It depends on how much of a cost increase would be with the Bow Street. Yes, Tyrconnell X Bourbon. Good call, Donald. That's another really good one. A 16-year Tyrconnell. Okay, answers in?
I'm waiting on Jeffrey.
Okay.
Should be on its way.
All right. Got it.
Okay.
Man, Jeffrey.
Carrier pigeon.
What is the ABV of this whiskey?
Gosh, this was tougher.
Mr. Lopez, I'm right there with you. I'm not a collector. My husband will be the first one to tell you. My bottles are open usually within 10 minutes of the UPS guy dropping them off.
I'm so
Even
bad
if
at
you're
that
driving
too.
home.
I'm like, I should wait for this thing to get to room temperature, but I'm too curious what it could taste like now.
Yeah.
And I have like, what if you get hit by a car and you never get to taste it? Like, I would be pissed.
Yeah. What if I'm still in my house, but I happen to get hit by a car within my house? I mean, I should just open it right now.
What if I set that bottle down and trip and fall and break my neck walking back to my office, my home office? Well,
so I remember this time in San Diego, this guy like sent them, not this gloomy, just prepare to this. He sent his kids off, or he went off to work. His wife and kids and mother-in-law were home. A jet airplane crashed into his house from the U.S. Navy and killed his whole family.
Oh my gosh.
That's horrible.
Yeah, but it could happen, and you wouldn't have tried the whiskey, and it'd been like,
yep.
It's like the plot from Donnie Darko.
It is. I know. I got halfway through that story, and I was like, I shouldn't have told this.
All right, I got Adam.
I'm already jumping ahead.
Yeah, Adam's got his answer in here.
Wait, he's already doing brand?
I already guessed year or age. Yeah.
Oh, year. Oh man.
You're dealing with a professional here, Wack.
Clearly.
So Gandy Road is sipping on some Powers Rye. That is an amazing bottle for under $30. That's a good one.
I'm gonna try and rank these two, Stacy. Like, just kind of gauge what.
Yeah, that's gonna be your last one. I'll have you guys rank them. Yes, IDL is gouging people with their pricing in the US. I totally agree. Red Spot is $190 in the US. I love it. It's not worth that.
It's not my favorite spot.
I love that one. Okay, everybody got this one in?
Yeah, everybody's good on this one. Yep.
Okay, age. I know Adam's already got this one done.
Yeah, Jeff, they both got an age done.
Okay.
I mean, I couldn't let him show me up, you know. I had
to rush you along.
What brand of Irish whiskey is this?
Dingle.
That's going to be Mike's answer for every one of them.
My answer too.
Pretty sure they're all Dingle dorks. Get it? That's funny.
Yeah, I'm not buying. I can order Red Spot from Ireland and have it shipped to the US cheaper than I can buy it in my own state.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And
Octomore is the same way, by the way.
It's like that with Redbreast 21, 27, Red Spot, all the higher end ones.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to go to that website that Greg McDonald gave me that will remain nameless. I went to that website to get
Madeira. That's a good one too.
Ooh, I like a nice Madeira finish. I'm not gonna lie.
Tyrconnell, they're really reasonable with their pricing for their older expressions.
So the 15-year Madeira. Mm. Behave.
Buy whiskey to enjoy it, not look at dusty bottles on shelves. Every single bottle is open. If it's super special, I might replace a bottle. If not, try something new. Absolutely. Totally agree, John. I totally agree.
But that layer of dust seasons it a little bit, you know?
Yeah, it's my favorite as well.
All right, we've got all the answers in. We're ready to start with sample 4.
Sample 4. What type of Irish whiskey is this? Wow, $350 for Red Spot. That's insane. I've seen blue for that much. I've seen the gold for that much. I haven't seen red for that much. That's insane.
That is crazy.
Yeah, if you want a brand where you can get a really older expression for a really reasonable price, Tyrconnell is it. I've got a 16-year Oloroso Muscatel. Donald's talking about the 15-year Madeira. I mean, I think my 16-year, I didn't pay $100 for it, or €100. Good whiskey and reasonable price.
Man, Adam, this one's my jam. I like this one a lot.
As far as type of whiskey, it reminds me a lot of number one. Just there's like it's like floral.
And just it's so
I'm just
low
trying to get
proof,
here.
right, Adam?
What's that?
It's just such a low proof one, like number one, right? Just kidding.
Yeah, it's like
I don't have the
I
answer
mean,
key.
the ABV
I know better to
is
give you the answer key.
this is more than 35 ABV. I'd be surprised.
yeah, the ABV is definitely a lower number than the proof. That's what I know.
Ooh, hey. Deep thoughts.
That was so funny. Green spot finished. I can't touch for under 125. Those are 99 in Ohio.
I think I know why you do dig this one though, Jeff. I think it's the proofiest we've had so far.
Donald, I have had some of the Furcullen.
I agree with you on that, but we'll see what our answers say later.
I think the 14 was the one I liked the best. I had a couple years ago, Belfast Whiskey Week was virtual during the pandemic, and I got one of the passes and got all the whiskeys. And one of the sessions I had was Furcullen. Hey, James Morgan.
Okay, everybody's in. What's the proof point on
Okay.
ABV?
ABV.
Thank you, Kelsey, for keeping us moving.
You
You're all
jumped
right.
the gun that time, Kelsey.
Oh.
Man, we all need to go to Canada and buy spot whiskey.
Hell
Holy
yeah.
cow.
It's less than MSRP. What we paying.
Yeah, that's crazy. Red spot is 100. Yeah, that's what it is here too. 199. Yeah.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
$349. Oh, Sugar Kitty.
Blue
It
Spot.
was.
Blue spot's
100.
120 here.
Yeah, it was 100. Want to remember? I think it was a 124 when it came out here.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
you
it's
got
about
100
120. I've seen it.
originally, right, Mike?
I've seen it in multiple places for 120.
Christine says, "Be right back. Going to float across the lake to go get some spots."
All right. Are you locked in, Adam?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Next.
I think that is the highest ABV Irish whiskey I've ever had. I think that would be it.
Number 4.
I can't wait to see
What
what
is the
you
age?
get.
So you think it's like 94 proof then?
94 ABV.
Oh, yeah.
So we're on age now, right?
Yep. Mine's in.
Yes, this is age.
Martin, I see John's Lane for what, $35 maybe, something like that. It's not too bad over here.
Yeah, it's 70 here.
Oh, I don't see it for 70. It's
yeah,
way
we get it
cheaper
for
here.
70 here.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunately, I do see that happening at some point. There's just not enough to sustain the market with the number of distilleries that are out now. And I mean, there's more coming. Even freaking Bono's opening a distillery in Ireland. So some
Sunday,
are gonna
bloody
fall
Sunday.
by the wayside.
Okay, we're locked in there. So we're on to
What brand of Irish whiskey is this?
How are you feeling about this one, Adam?
Great. Never felt better.
Whatever.
you guys do
Dave.
well on certain things and then do really not well on others. So it's all right.
They're all going to be like hitting a home run on proof, but everything else is a sure
I'm trying to
miss.
set a high record for score. Like, this is only battle number 2 on your channel, Stacy, but I want to
Yep.
set the bar so high for everyone else that comes on here. I might fall a little short though.
Well, and some of the things are the same, like finishes. Well, bourbon's finished, so you're gonna you'll start to recognize stuff like that.
Yeah.
Aged in a used cask. That's the hard thing to try to guess.
Yeah. Because
I,
you
sometimes.
I guess
You're gonna
unless
have to
you're drinking
assume-
it all the time.
Age is always the hardest one to
if
guess.
you get
Even
age
when
on
it-
the Irish, like, you know, it's got to be a lot older than
Hey, Ben.
bourbon.
Thank
that's
you, Ben.
got age flavor on there. So
Look at how sweet Ben was there.
Aw.
Dang.
Yeah. A little
Such a good
frosty.
dude.
Burp
Yeah.
Ben.
Ben enters your stream and he gives like such a polite comment. He enters my stream and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have highlighted that.
I don't know, Whack. That thumbnail picture looks like you sent that, like you got professional photos done or something, and sent that over to her. You're like, hey, use this one. This is
Use
my good
use
side.
this that I got.
One of
You
you
know,
is
in
on
the- I got
Facebook
this
and one
at the
of you
mall.
isn't.
You know, I do headshots at the mall and send them to Stacy.
Yeah, I'm
No,
not.
that's the problem. One of you is on Facebook and one of you isn't. So one of you, I had to watch your video and just screenshot real fast.
Hey, I'm happy with how mine turned out. I wasn't comparing the
Oh
two.
my
I was just
gosh.
saying, like, his looks extra.
Yeah.
Little-
You had
Scott,
the
you're
choice
not
of my
wrong.
entire profile. I'm glad you picked the picture you did.
All right. Number 5, sample number 5. What type of Irish whiskey is this?
Going back to nose that after not nosing for a while, and that one smells the best on the nose.
So interestingly enough on that, by the way, Ben, is we had to remove a bunch of wrenches. I had to remove a bunch of wrenches. I haven't told Adam about this yet because we were getting a bunch of random people banned on our channel. I told Wack about this last week. Wack
Yeah,
was banned.
including
on
me.
our
I was
channel.
banned. Well, I do say offensive things every now and then.
Yeah, Kathy Joe was banned on our channel.
Kathy Joe.
She's
Yeah.
very offensive as well.
So we want to keep it just a little bit cleaner and that kind of thing. So
What do you think of this
Wait.
one?
Keep it cleaner by keeping us banned, or keep it cleaner by not.
no, I unbanned,
Keep the trash
a
on.
lot. I unwrenched a bunch of people that aren't normally on the
Did you
stream
unwrench
either.
me, Mike? Because I've been known when I get to a certain limit to maybe ban.
I
people.
want to pull off Mr. Whisky Shitz mod because he starts getting hammed, but he still does it as live wire. Everybody starts getting timed out.
Yeah, it's only happened like a dozen times.
I got
Michelle
timed out
had-
on somebody's stream and they actually sent me a message and apologized. And I was asleep. I didn't even know I'd gotten timed out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and Michelle had Nick Proman banned on hers. So you either need to do what Ben does and just mod everyone, right? Because then they can't get banned.
There you go.
There you go. That's what he said.
Mhm.
4 million wrenches.
So that happened to me on Jason's
Hey, John.
channel, and I would like say hi to everybody, and no one would say hi back to me, and I was like, "What
You're
did I
getting all
do to
hurt.
offend everybody?" And then at one point, Jason was like, "Jeff, aren't you in the chat? Where are you?" And I was like, "I'm right here. I'm right here."
Here the whole
eventually-
time.
And eventually, I just started sending screenshots to people like, "You can see me, right? Like this would explain so much for the last 4 weeks."
The
So if
best
you just
thing you
say
could
hi to
do is
everybody, it'll ban
put it
you.
on another device if you want to see if you're if you're
Yeah, it lets you like you see your chats.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you
show
do
up
see
in
your own
chat,
chat.
but you're
Even on
ghosted
another
to
device?
everybody else.
even on another device.
Probably if you're logged
you're-
in under the
If
same.
you're under your own name, yeah.
Oh.
Cheers, Burko.
You have to log in under the channel name or something to know for sure.
Wow.
I like
Now,
this one. I
now
like-
I'm gonna be like paranoid about saying hi to people.
This number 5 is really good.
Yeah, now Stacy's gonna be like, if they don't say hi back, I bet I'm banned.
God, did I piss you off or did my band?
Yeah, John, I was talking to Michelle about it. That's why I went and checked mine.
Well, with my name on channels too, if you have
Oh, wow.
top chat, I don't think you'll ever see my chats, or you'll rarely see them because my name has like curse word in it.
Well, I promise you, I am
Oh, yeah,
never putting on all chat on the junkies. So if you chat, I will never see you.
I have to approve so many messages that are to you, Adam. It's like
everybody, you're all good sports.
All right.
Sure, everyone.
Everybody got their ABB answer in?
Um,
I'm doing it now.
Adam is sending his now,
Okay.
and we're good.
Z-Man, you
Okay,
might have.
This
I don't
one
know
is
who
another
you
one
are.
that is a non-age statement, so you don't have to guess age on sample 5.
we scored points. All of
And
the points.
what is the brand?
I'm not going to even say it right now.
I'm banned anywhere the St. Bernards have taken over. And Evil says he's big in Japan.
Okay. I've been kind of ranking them throughout, but been focusing on it too much. So I'm gonna actually go through and rank them.
Ben, you're just
Yeah.
banning him because he
I'm
doesn't
gonna
like
go through with
Irish
a fresh slate. I think I know which ones I like a little better, but we'll see.
All right, there we go. Do you have any of these? No, I don't think you do, Donald. I don't think you do.
Pigsley, you were also one of the ones banned on our channel under your Pigsley name.
He probably did deserve it, though. Let's be honest.
Okay, so we have all the answers in.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Are we still at 0 points or?
No, it's
Almost.
interesting. So let me know
Okay,
if
so
you
I'm
want me
gonna
to
have
go
you
over
guys.
each round, or what do you want? How you want me to do?
Yeah,
this?
we can do each round. I'm also going to have you guys rank them from your favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
While you guys are ranking these, I'll go over the nosing round results. So we had a total of 15 points possible, and each of you scored 3 points, which means you each got one answer right out of 5. So it's tied 3-3 on the correct answer as far as the tasting round. What type of Irish whiskey is this? There's only one person that got an answer right. I won't tell you who. So that person got 2 points. Now this, of course, Mike called it. It was Jeff. I'm very proud of you. I'll just say that. Lots of points.
I'll take it.
So we had one person score 13. We had one person score 7 points, and so that's
now.
That's
admittingly, he'd be proud of me for scoring 1 point. So I still don't know if that means I scored the 13 or the 7.
On the years, which I think is the toughest part. Like Jeff said, you guys actually scored some points. One of you scored 4. One of you scored 2 points.
Oh, wow.
They
I was
get
like
27
feeling
on
confident about
everyone.
some of those.
And then on the brand, one of you scored 4 points out of a possible 10, and one scored 2 points out of a possible 10. So there was a total.
As long as we're both in those wheelhouses, like we're both sucking equally.
So let me ask you at the end of it, do we have a winner?
Yes, we have a winner. We had a total of 65 points total. The score was 22-12.
Okay. So out of the 5, which ones were your
Wax.
favorite?
Sure, he's got it. Look at that look.
Jeff, which one was your favorite out of the 5?
I'm just happy to score double digits either way.
This is my favorite. If Wax not ready,
Which one?
Sample 5 was my favorite.
Sample 5.
Yep.
Jeff on here.
So I can give you my order. You want my order?
Yeah, give me your order.
So in order of what I like most, 5, 3, 2, 4, 1.
Okay.
Okay. Jeff, what's your order?
We're similar, but I like 4 the best, followed by 5, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So I'm going to start. We'll start letting you know what you were drinking here. So number 1, which you guys both ranked last.
Disappointed in you, Jeff.
You're right, Mark.
You were drinking. This
Oh,
is Dingle.
The Dingle.
That's the
This is
Oh,
Bialton. So this is a single pot still whiskey. This was finished in Shiraz casks.
was there a berry note on that?
This is 52.5% ABV.
Oh wow!
Did you get the Dingle
that
berry
one
note?
drinks so light to me.
So this is the new Dingle Wheel of the Year series. This is the 3rd release in the series. They named it for the Celtic calendar. So Bialton is summer. It was a Festival of Fire.
What type was that one?
This is a single malt.
Single malt.
Or no,
Only
single pot
Kelsey
still.
got
Single
the
pot
joke.
still. Sorry, the
Yes,
other two in the
blended
series
on
are single malt. This is a single pot
Okay.
still that was finished in Shiraz, and yeah, it's that color.
Jeff, you did.
Yeah, that's an interesting color.
You did really good on proof. 51.5, and it was 52.5. Adam was just about 10 points off on that one.
Yeah, I guess low on that.
Way
So
low on
Dingle, you're going to know there's even in the single pot still, there's kind of an earthiness to it. People either love it or hate it.
Yeah, that one and 4, I got very similar, like a floral note on them.
Doesn't
Yeah.
Dingle kind of have a berry note, Stacy? I'm gonna keep saying this joke until you smile.
I just got some berry now that you mentioned. Shut up about the berries.
Okay, so number 2 was, this is 2 stacks. This is a 6-year-old single pot still. This is finished in red ice wine casks.
Oh, that's the red eye. I guess 2 stacks.
Yeah, you got one on that one. And
This
you both
one
got it,
is-
actually. You both
Yeah,
got it.
I guess 2 stacks on that one too. I just looked it up. I was like, yeah.
So this one is 58.25% ABV.
Okay.
This is a single pot still that is
within 5, but not within 3.
Oh, wow.
Sugar kitty.
so 6 years old. This was finished in red ice wine casks from the Niagara region of Ontario, Canada.
I guess 10-year on that.
And Jeff, I gave you the total 3 points because the proof was 58.25 and you guessed 58.5. So
Dang.
you didn't have a half percentage point. So I'm giving you the full points on that.
Yeah, I guess if you
So this
ra-
is
yeah,
2
if you
stacks.
round.
It is sourced from Great Northern.
Got those proofs figured out, Jeff.
He's working on it, man. He's been nailing it.
All right. So number 3. This one is Dunville's. This is a 19-year-old Oloroso sherry finished single malt whiskey. This one is a club bottling from my Irish Whiskey Club from my guest last week, Barry Chandler. This one is 54.5% ABV. So a 19-year Irish single malt finished in Oloroso sherry.
Wow.
Jeff is really close on all 3 of these. Like 50, 55 is what he guessed. And it was 54.5. He guessed 18 years and it was 19 years. He struck out on the brand, but he was really close on some of those things. So
I'm pretty sure this is coolly sourced. The Dunvilles hadn't been around enough to be making anything 19 years old. But it's really good.
typically on sourced whiskey from Ireland, are they still sourcing it from stuff like Middleton, the distilleries that have
nobody's sourcing. You'd have to have favors and for Middleton to give anything up. They're all sourcing still from Great Northern Distillery quite a bit. Starting to pretty much run out of Cooley stuff at this point, any aged Cooley stuff. Connacht over in the West, their distillery is operational, so you can get younger stuff from them. Bushmills.
Okay.
Can you say the type on that one? Is that?
This is single malt.
Single malt, okay.
Yeah, Donald, on this one, I'm not 100% sure, honestly, if it's Bushmills or Cooley.
That's a really good one. That was my second choice. It was going through it, like when I got to that one, I was like, oh.
We're bougie because that one's pricey.
Yeah, I got a bougie palate.
Okay, so
that's what I think of.
4. So this one is Tomangate Ruby Port Finish Single Malt Irish Whiskey. This is
highest proof.
Years old.
Is it the highest?
I think this is the highest proof Irish I've ever had.
59.77% ABV.
What'd you guess, Jeff?
It's not as high as
60. I guess 60%. I still
get
have to do the math in my head because I wrote down everything in proof.
You were close.
So this one, I love Tomangate. Tomangate, everything they release is cast strength. They do. They source and do a lot of finishing. They're in Limerick. I've got a bottle of theirs actually coming. They just decided, since Limerick won GAA hurling championship, he's going to release a special release for that. So I jumped on that and pre-ordered. But this one was bottled like second week of December, and I had it before Christmas.
What was
And
the
you said it was-
year? What was the age on that?
This is 6 years.
6 years.
Oh,
They got a
man.
5-year-old single
Yeah.
malt, and they finished it a year in ruby port casks.
You guys both thought it was a lot older than
Yeah, I
that.
guessed it way older.
Yeah.
It's,
This
it's
one,
hard, man. The flavors are so deep, maybe because of the
Oh,
port,
Z-Man,
and I
that was
didn't
nice.
guess it was port.
Tone and Gate has a collector kind of thing going on where people kill themselves to get these. They're highly collectible. Nick Ryan from Tone and Gate actually kind of frustrates him a little bit because he wants people to drink them. So
Well, thank you for sharing it then.
you're welcome. Yeah, I open everything, so.
So, Stacy, where do you find? I mean, I know you're well connected, but where do you find like that these are dropping and I need to go try this?
There's a lot of Facebook groups. I'm in so many friends of this distillery, that distillery. A lot of times too, I've got a group of friends. We're all big into Irish whiskey, so we'll let each other know. I'll see them on Instagram. I'll see things pop up. I usually I'm lucky in that way. I have enough people that I talk to that'll know if something's going to drop.
Yeah.
He's got actually a couple of them, Donald. He does have one finished in stout casks, but he's got a few of them.
Whatever this number 5 is, I want a bottle.
Oh, thank you, Z-Man. Okay, that makes me feel really bad because you can't have one.
Damn it. Is my palate that bougie?
So this one, yeah, this is, I really wanted to share this with you guys, even though there's no, I mean, unless you go on secondary, that you're not going to find one of these ever.
Well, thank you so much for sharing it
You're
because
welcome.
it's amazing. It's delicious.
This is a Jameson bottle that was done specifically for the Middleton Barrel Club. It's a special cask that was released. It won't probably ever sold publicly.
Wow. Yeah, that's
This
dude,
was
the caramel on the nose and the palate is just
Right?
Oh, I get like
so delicious on that.
I get like coconut macaroons on this.
Yes, coconut. I get
So this
Oh my
is
gosh.
non-owned statement, 59.4% ABV. This is a blend of ex-bourbon barrels, virgin American oak barrels, Oloroso sherry butts. It's a blend of grain and pot still Irish whiskey. And yeah, it was specifically picked for Middleton Barrel Club. So unfortunately, Middleton Barrel Club's going away. So you'll probably never see this unless you found one on secondary.
Yeah, this is a special bottle for sure.
But it's still, you drink it and that's Jameson. You can still, I love it because you can still tell it's Jameson.
Yeah, thinking about like those notes, I think
Yeah.
you get that with other Jamesons, but it's just like amplified with this one.
Oh, thank you, Dustin. Yeah, I love sharing with people. That's the whole point.
I think Jeff just got too excited to type the word dingle, so you just kept typing dingle.
Yeah, I just wanted to be right on a dingle, but I was not right on a dingle, but I just kept typing dingle.
I was wrong on my
So-
dingle.
I love
Mike-
Jeffrey Wack.
Mike joked, and we joked about Adam coming on here because he's like, so I need to be in charge on Livewire tonight. And I wanted to tell him, yeah, because the lowest ABV whiskey I'm giving him is 52%. So
These are the highest Irish I've ever had in general. It's great.
I've got a lot of them over 50% now.
I'll get some food in me, Mike. I'll be good.
Are we ready to know who won?
Don't slow down, Adam. You don't
Yeah,
want
I
to
already know. I
drink.
think Jeff
Who
pulled
is
it
the
out,
winner?
dude. He was nailing those proofs.
So score was 22-12. Jeff, you had 22. Adam, you had 12.
Congrats, Jeff.
So,
Good job, man.
Congratulations.
yeah,
Congratulations.
Jeff killed it on proof. I
You
mean,
were on point with those. Like, you were guessing like to the decimal. I was like,
and he
I was
did.
just kind of picking like in between what I thought it might be.
You both did actually pretty well on the ages. I mean, there was 15 points. I know it doesn't.
Just
look
that
like
one
it,
that we
but
both guessed high that wasn't
Yeah.
anywhere near that.
You guys both did really well. And honestly, it helped having Mike and Shayla go through this the first time because it became clear, okay, I've got to do this as multiple choice.
Yeah.
Because it
It's
just makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, it does. And I think the cool thing about it, though, is you go back and you taste these now, you're going to be able to pick up what the difference between an ice wine finish and Shiraz would be. Two of the ones that we probably don't drink a lot of, That's going to be fun.
I mean, you can even compare like that Tomengate and the Dunville single malt, or the the two stack single pot still. Compare that to the Dingle single pot still. You're going to notice big differences.
Yeah.
And you're going to start seeing that Dingle, that earthiness that's there.
Do you have a typed out key for it, Stacey, that you can send me?
I can send you guys.
Yeah, just send it to me later. I would love to have that when I go back through these, just to.
Yeah. So,
thank you guys both.
If you had to rank these, how would you rank these?
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I would probably
which child is your favorite?
I'm probably going with the Tomengate or the Dunvilles.
Okay.
So that was D or C?
That was, 3, sample 3 and sample 4. Yeah.
So my second and my fourth.
Okay.
Dunvilles was my second.
That Jameson Club bottle is really, really good. I love that 2 stacks ice wine too, but the Dingle, I like it, but out of these, it's my least favorite.
Yeah. What are the characteristics for you? Because nobody did really well on this, and I want to know, what are some characteristics for you tasting note wise between single pot still, single malt, and blended? Because I have no clue as far as
I asked this question, by the way, at the end of our battle. My battle with Shayla.
You had a single grain in there, and the one I put together for you guys, and you guys both kept saying you smelled like corn, and that's a dead giveaway that it's a single grain and not anything else, because single pot still can only have up to 5% of another grain. Single malt can't have anything but malted barley. So if you're smelling corn, that's a single blend. That's usually a single grain, unless
couldn't it be blended?
But it could be, but if you're getting that much, I would probably go single grain, especially it was light and real tropical. Single pot still, you're going to get kind of a rich, oily, and you're going to get pot still spice. You're going to get a little bit of spice, usually at the tail end to finish. That's usually indicative of a single pot still whiskey, is that baking spice kind of note that you get at the end.
I noticed too, like metallic, sometimes you get metallic notes with some Irish. I didn't get that with any of these. Like there was that pot still like tends to give me like a different note,
I could see that.
No, none of these gave the metallic or the short
shortbread cookie.
The shortbread.
Bourbon grain, Mike.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it had to do with the finishes too. When you look at these, I would think the influence of that on typical notes of Irish, I would imagine, I didn't taste any of them, but I would imagine that had a lot to influence where you were getting notes.
Well, and here's why I tried to word it a certain way. It's because it's not just the finish. Irish can be aged in any kind of cask that's been used before. So they might have aged it in Oloroso sherry. They need to finish it that.
Yeah.
Dingle actually they had one of their previous batches was a single malt, and it's a batch 6. It's port. The entire thing was aged in a port cask. I've had a Bushmills. The entire 12 years was spent in an Oloroso sherry cask.
Interesting. Always fun to learn with you, Stacey, and appreciate what you do. Thanks for the
Thank you guys for jumping in. I really appreciate it. So what do you have coming up? Hello again, whiskey friends. What do you guys have coming up?
Well, on August 16th, we have a celebrity coming on. Stacey from 4 Leaf Whiskey will be on our channel, and Kelsey is putting a blind flight together.
Yeah.
Retribution time.
I'll be nice.
Don't hold the punches, Kelsey.
You're too nice not to be nice. So.
Thank you. Thank you.
That'll be cool.
Adam, Mike, what do you guys got coming up?
Tonight we're just kind of enjoying pre-gaming for Pours in the Park next week. We won't be live next Sunday because of that, but we're we are always doing battles and stuff on the channel. Got some of those coming up in the future, but
we are getting ready to start the bracket for this year. So that is that'll be starting
need to battle
here in the
Jim
next
at some point, I
3
think.
weeks. You do have to battle Jim.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Mike's
We're gonna do that one. We're gonna do that one first.
So next Sunday, I will also not be live. I will be at the Dublin Irish Festival. My husband and I help run the festival, so we'll be there all weekend long. And
speaking of Jim, maybe Jim will just go all Sunday evening to cover both of us.
There you go.
Come on, Jim Morris.
24 hours at Jim.
Heck yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. This was such a good time.
Yeah, these are delicious. Thank you for
Thank you. Thank you guys all for joining us tonight. Make sure you check out Kilco's live right now. So is the Shabim with Barry. And make sure you guys check out Livewire at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah,
Drunken Reviews, Mike Stahl. I'm ready for it.
And we're ready for more drunken reviews.
Pump them out, Mike.
I think we're doing the Jack Daniels rye next time.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, guys.
See you guys.
Cheers.